Welcome everybody to the season 2 premiere of Comics Remixed. I'm still Junior.
I'm David Sanchez.
Thank you for sticking with us in our 4-month hiatus.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy 4 months. We've got a lot of things planned for the rest of the year. Thank you for sticking with us. That's all I can keep saying, man.
Thank you to the new members of the team that are helping us out.
Yes.
We appreciate that.
The Comics Remix family has expanded. It's not just myself and David anymore. We also have John
We've had
Pepper.
babies. Junior and I had babies.
Not together,
Kyle.
though.
You don't have to be ashamed, but I mean, we went through this horrible adoption, and it was crazy.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, we got a lot more cast member. We got a new cast member. We've got a lot of production members now. A lot of more behind the scenes things. So you guys hopefully will enjoy the new look, the new feel. That was your cue. You should have did that to me because that's what
You just wanted to touch me.
That's kind of what you're known for now.
No, man.
You know, everybody's like, dude, David touched.
But
me.
I got you, man. I got you. Like now you just want to be all about me.
Oh,
See?
it's the shaved cheeks, man.
It is.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
Anywho's, so yes, thank you. Got a lot, like I said, a lot in store. So yeah, let's
All right.
get to it.
This coming up week, we have C2E2.
This weekend, yes.
Yeah, it's a huge event here in Chicago because, first of all, it's in downtown. The location's great. It really does make Rosemont look like the ghetto, in my point of view.
What were you excited for?
Dude.
C2E2.
Altogether, I'm excited for the entire convention. Like you said, it makes Wizard World look like it doesn't look. I tell people C2E2 is what Wizard World used to be. You know, you've got all the big companies that show up, so that's one
Yeah.
thing to look forward to. You get to meet Marvel as a company. You get to meet DC, Dark Horse, Image, all these big guns, you know. The cosplay is ridiculous at C2E2. If you thought you saw great costuming at Wizard World, then you've obviously never been to C2E2. C2E2's cosplay is just a whole nother level. People put so much time into the designs of their suits. They're very picture friendly. Most of them are very eager to let you know about how they came up with the idea and the concepts to what they're wearing.
But again, you know, we haven't done any anime conventions.
No,
Those guys
not
get
yet.
down. They get down.
Not
all right?
yet.
Props out. Props to
Not
you guys.
yet. But besides the cosplay, of course, there's always great deals to be had at conventions. Just got to know how to shop. Keep your eyes open. You'll find a gem or two for a lot less than you think.
People, y'all gotta haggle.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
be afraid to haggle.
Oh yeah, haggle. A lot of the creators, the comic book creators that are going to be there. You know, if it wasn't for the comic book creators, we wouldn't be going. You know,
Correct.
a lot of new names to the city of Chicago, as far as we know.
Yeah.
You know, Brian Wood, Eric Powell returns. A lot of new newcomers from the recent year from Marvel and DC.
A lot of panels have really opened up, like especially the Dark Horse panel.
Yeah.
I was surprised because they're not known for having huge presence at any convention. It's usually just like this little hut with.
Hey, it's
some
Marvel.
guy.
It's Dark Horse.
Yeah.
I see Dark Horse.
It's like that Dark Horse.
I know you're there. I know you're there. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know, but besides the cosplaying, the great deals, the comic guys, you've got you've got the celebrities. A lot of cool celebrities. You've got Adam West, Burt Ward, Ron Perlman, for those that don't recognize the name, Hellboy and Clay from Sons of Anarchy. Of course, you got your Walking Dead cast, because we all know how big Walking Dead, the comic and the TV show has become.
Comics in TV in general have just grown a lot. So.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Smith will be at C2E2 this year.
I'm
Julie
excited.
Newmar.
I'm excited to see if we could find a way to get 5 minutes with Kevin Smith.
That would be awesome.
You think we can sneak that in? Because
I don't
sometimes
see
they
why
just
we
walk
wouldn't be able to
around.
sneak it in.
Remember, there was that one convention. Was it Rosemont actually, where we ran into Jason Mewes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I ran it a couple times already.
yeah, he's a great guy.
So yeah, aside from all of that, also for you Power Ranger fans out there, Jason David Frank will be there.
That's Green Ranger, correct?
Green Ranger, White Ranger, Rainbow Ranger, and all the other
Wait,
Rangers.
Rainbow Ranger?
I'm joking.
Okay, I was
he's been like
that shit got carried away.
no, he's been there a lot. So he will be there. He's also an underground MMA fighter.
Well, he's made a big name for himself, so I wouldn't say underground anymore because he.
Well, underground, and the fact that he hasn't worked for the big UFC.
He hasn't done
you know.
UFC, but he's done. I believe he's done Bellator, which is huge all on its own.
Well, it's considered underground if you think about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, the guy has chops.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He has chops. It's not just
a Power Ranger guy.
Right.
Because well, what I mean by that is because they're known for having stuntmen in their suits.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's already.
He's an established martial artist. That's actually how he got the part in the show. If I remember correctly. For you toy enthusiasts out there, last season, me and David, I believe it was episode 17.2, where we did our Toy Hunter / Collection Intervention discussion. That episode to date has garnered over 3,000 views, which is our highest episode yet, not including any celebrity interviews.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for making that happen. And as a special treat, we will be bringing you an interview with the Toy Hunter host, Jordan Hembro.
We're going to have 15 minutes with him. Actually, Junior's going to take on Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there anything, can you give us a sneak peek of what you got in store for Jordan?
I've been asked if I'm going to play nice or if I'm going to keep it real. My answer to this is I'm going to be professional.
Okay, that's good.
I've been asking friends and family how what kind of questions they would want to ask me and stuff, or if they had a chance to ask Jordan what they would ask him. So I've got some pretty good questions lined up for him. It's not going to be your typical, what's your favorite Star Wars toy?
I would consider that as a personal favorite to all the comics remix and all the fanboys out there. Please don't make it cheesy.
No, I can't. I can't do that to myself.
I trust you not to do that.
Well, thank you. But I can't do that to myself. I can't. I owe it to myself as a collector, as a fan. Because from then till now, I must say my feelings have changed about him and the show in general.
Okay.
And that'll all be revealed later on.
All right.
So one other thing that's great about C2E2 is Artist Alley. Hands down, one of the best Artist Alleys I've been to in a long time. David?
It's one of my personal favorites. When I go into any convention, my mind and heart are always with the people in Artist Alley. A lot of these people go in there, they're very hardcore up in there. It takes a lot to have to do that year after year after year and dig and dig. A lot of cost goes into that. And it always hurts me when I'm the jerk that goes in there with a credit card. It's like, I can't buy your stuff, dude. But one thing that, when I was thinking about that kind of like, I started thinking was how a lot of these artists / project managers, they're there to kick off themselves, not just as an independent artist, but also as a company and as a brand. Mm-hmm. And what has really been crazy this past year has been the mass investor kind of like Kickstarter.
Okay.
That's all about mass investors, all about getting a community of people to invest into your product, and not exactly the boardroom is pretty much going away.
Right.
It's being replaced by us. We're more empowered. And one
Talk
thing
to the people.
Yeah, straight up. Public enemy. And one thing to take in mind, thinking of myself as an illustrator and my friends who are out there in every single convention, they travel to New Orleans, they travel to Seattle. One thing that I think about is, why not go there in mind with having your laptop out there, logged into your Kickstarter, and try to get people not just to buy, but to have that mentality that you're donating to my project. Mm-hmm. Here, have this free thing for helping me. Mm-hmm. You're still making that sale. But the great thing about it is you got a few points going on here. That money went straight into your project, okay? You don't have that opportunity to spend it and splurge on all that crazy shit in the convention, which maybe I shouldn't say that because the convention people don't want me to say that. Retailers probably don't want me to say that. But it's true. You're investing into that. Another big point, you do have a better chance of catching that guy that just has the credit card. Not everybody has that iPhone with the card reader, but now you could pull them.
Art has it.
Yeah, and Art also sells like Crayola drawings.
Shout out to Art.
That guy's crazy. But yeah, it might hurt you because you're thinking about the cost of your table. But great point is the money is going into your project. And what better way to get more attention to your Kickstarter than that?
Well,
Fuse them.
C2E2 is in 2 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, April 27th, 28th, 29th. People, we will see you there. Right now, we want to go ahead and head over to another segment that we like to call the Spotlight.
Image puts together the powerhouse team of Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples to bring us Saga. This is a beautifully choreographed sci-fi fantasy dreamscape. It gives and delivers through and through. every character that comes along, it's like, imagine every character from every sci-fi genre that you've read, written just as seriously or even more serious, just with some ultimate quirk. Like they have a television for a head, they speak to flying spaceship trees, they could make clothes that solidifies and turns into amazing armor, or they just use magic, or they're goats with magic. So in no way does this take itself serious, but in that way it hits every taboo. Like most recently, Comixology, when this issue first came out this month of May, this month of April, I gave myself another month. Time travel, that's why we use it. And there's a lot of sex scenes, not as many as you would expect. There was issue 1, there was issue 11, there was one, and then in this issue there's some hints of a sex scene, and they just didn't understand how Apple's as far as what they allow as far as being lewd. That's what I'm trying to say. But believe me, it's not that hardcore. You look at these scenes and you're like, dude, the guy is a freaking half goat having sex. It touches on, if anything, is bestiality, but funny. Just as funny as Clerks 2, but not as gross. That was really jacked up, man. And this one, there are, once again, it's Brian K. Vaughan. So he writes his characters, you fall in love with them. And through each and every story arc, you follow this couple that are madly in love, and you think I'm making it sound kind of like one of those tween movies, but it's not. These characters are former soldiers from opposite sides who basically are trained and raised to want to kill each other, and yet they fall in love. Now they have to run away from both parties. It's kind of like you're getting a Romeo and Juliet story here, except in space. And with once again, there's magic. Everybody loves magic. And as you follow them along, you're meeting like a lot of their relatives, you're meeting a lot of their friends, you're meeting the people that want to kill them, and there's no way you can't fall in love with them, and you can't somehow relate to them, even the worst character of them all. And all of those elements, they combine to pull you into this book. It's definitely something worth picking up, worth reading. You will not be disappointed. I recommend this at $2.99. It definitely competes with all the other commercial items that you can pick off any rack. Right, K. Vaughan? If you're in the Staples Saga, $2.99. Pick it up. So stick around for Movies Remixed as we talk about one of our favorite 90s movies about 4 peaks of loving dudes. See you there.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant.
Here on Comics Remixed, we have a new segment that we were going to go ahead and debut right now. And this segment,
Movies Remixed.
basically what Movies Remixed is we're going to take a look back at either an old school or a current movie, as long as it falls in the realm of comic book, superhero, sci-fi type thing. So you won't see us reviewing, Silence of the Lambs or Die Hard or anything like that. This is where you're going to get the Spider-Man. You'll get Star Trek.
You know what's the best thing about nerds reviewing movies? Is the what ifs.
Always.
And that's
Totally.
the remix part of it. Because
Totally.
every nerd, every geek has that point where it's like, what I would have done? Something like that. And yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 1.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
As Dave Schmelly put it, how it must be fate that Logan Square Theater played it on your birthday.
Yes.
April 10th.
This past April, a couple weeks ago, two weeks ago, just about now, Logan Theater, in conjunction with C2E2, thanks guys, decided to, for one night, have a showing of the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, which everybody knows I'm a die-hard Ninja Turtles fan. As a child, when the movie was released, I was not allowed to go to the theater to watch it. I was promised that my mother was going to take me. She never did. So, remember back then when stuff came out on VHS, it took so long from the theater to VHS. And you had to stand in line for like 20 minutes at Osco to buy your copy.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, my dad got everything from the flea market, so I kind of don't understand.
you wouldn't understand.
No, the thing about before getting into Ninja Turtles, my dad would let me watch Samurai Sunday movies. So to even before see like these very hokey turtles, which were fun. When you're a kid and you're watching the turtles, it's fun. But you're already kind of like in this state of mind where it's like, well, why didn't he just take his sword and slice his head off? I don't understand what's happening here. Don't they have some of those acupuncture needles and
right.
they just throw at the
right.
shredder? You know, I'm gonna write an angry letter now. You know?
Crayons.
Great costumes, but let me have some plot points here.
So they gave the movie at the theater, you know. So it was a new experience watching it on the big screen. I had never seen it, like I just mentioned. I don't think you've ever seen it on the big screen.
Never on the big screen.
Of course, I've burned out my DVD. I've had to buy like 4 copies. I've watched this movie religiously. It's on my iPod. I know the movie by heart. Or like John told me off camera earlier, I'm doing myself an injustice by saying that. It's more, I know the movie by soul.
Now, a great thing that happened here is you're very hardcore into the Turtles.
Hardcore.
Actually, for me, it's been a long time since I saw part 1.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably like in my teens since I watched part 1. So to actually watch it again since then, since so many years in between, and on the big screen, I would have to say, talk about perspective.
Very different. I agree. I'm used to watching it with my daughter or by myself. Watching it in the theater with all these other people, watching it with you, watching it with Swole, it was just it was different. Did I lose respect for the movie at all? Of course not. I just saw things that were pointed out to me by you guys and the rest of the audience that I didn't really pay attention to, or I kind of just brushed under the rug.
Well, that's just it. To me, I thought it was weird that you didn't think it was funny that Casey Jones had a cop piece.
I see.
It's like
I never really
I'm a
bothered.
superhero. I deserve to have a 12-foot dick.
I just kind of brushed it under the rug. You know, I didn't think about stuff like that.
You know, or
I was so encompassed in the movie itself.
Just so many images come to head. Like either he's a Ken doll, or he just has to like shove it all in half of a bowling ball and stick it in there. Another thing. Here's the thing. You can't take it serious, but it being in this genre now where everything's all about, okay, let's make Batman realistic and fucking dark. Okay? I was trying not to do that with the Turtles, and I actually had to stop myself at a point. I think it was seeing Ralph in the tub. First of all, that's
you guys,
hilarious.
everybody just busted out laughing,
Okay.
and I'm looking around like, he's hurt, you assholes!
Well, no. Okay, that's just it. You were taking it serious because it was supposed to be a dramatic moment. But in reality is Ninja Turtles taking on a dramatic scene. That alone is funny. Now, the other funny thing is, even if you're a veterinarian, even if you're taking care of a small turtle, if that thing is hurt, you don't put it in water. It's not a plant. Raphael got beat up by like 200 foot soldiers. He probably has bodily injuries. He has like internal bleeding. Okay, he probably has broken ribs, broken arms. Let's put him in the bathtub, half filled with water. Okay, wait, that thing wasn't even filled with water. Okay,
Where are you gonna take him?
well, not in the bathtub. Okay,
You can't take him to a vet.
Okay, that's just it. They're aged to the point where they probably know more about properly medicating themselves. It's freaking ninjutsu. Where is the herbal medicine? Okay, where is that guy that has the incense? Okay, and another great use for acupuncture needles, right there. I'm sorry. I just need more acupuncture needles in my ninja movies. There, I said it. Seriously though, okay, Junior, I'm gonna break your leg.
You're like you're like ruining my childhood movie.
But see, that's just it. At that point, I had to take, kind of like suck it in and be like, okay, you know, yeah, they can't put them like in an ambulance and they can't take them somewhere to like the hospital. I'm pretty sure this farm does not have any type of herbal medicine growing on it because it's nothing but weeds at this point.
And
but
turtle wax.
Would have hurt to give him bandages. You know?
I didn't see no cuts.
Oh my God! Because he probably has internal bleeding. Do you see how?
Then why would you bandage him if the bleeding is internal?
And that takes another leap where it's like it's a giant turtle.
Open your asshole. Let me shove this Band-Aid up there for you. Why would you?
wait.
Because I'm trying to figure out. You like give him bandages. He has internal bleeding. Like, why would you put Band-Aids on internal bleeding?
Are you putting whose butthole are you in that you're putting bandages in?
Well, you're like Raphael. Like if he's got internal bleeding, give him band-aids. Why would you give
them? You put.
Oh, you
put some
wrap?
kind of-
Because you
put
said
some kind of-
band-aids at
I
first.
said bandages.
You said band-aids.
I say band-aid. You know what? You guys get back to us on that one. Either way, I just have to say, man, it's Ninja Turtles taking on a group called The Foot, which that alone is hilarious. It's Ninja Turtles trying to take on love scenes. It's Ninja Turtles trying to take on the probably serious roles. I'm pretty sure this was the 90s take on, let's get these Ninja Turtles and let's make them dark. This was the 90s way of doing that, but with a buddy movie.
Okay, let's point out the hot spots of the movie. Let's point out the things that they did right. You know, the first Jim Henson.
That's
getting the costume.
That's my only great point.
Jim Henson's costumes from Jim Henson's Creature Shop or whatever it was. You gotta admit those costumes looked incredible.
Actually, yeah. Watching the movie, it made me think, what happened in Batman Part 1 that they couldn't make such a flexible costume?
Mm-hmm.
In Batman Part 1, Michael Keaton couldn't even make it, like...
He couldn't move his neck.
No, they would actually have to take off the costume
Mm-hmm.
for him to actually be loose and, whatever. What happened in technology between the Ninja Turtles...
1989 to 1990.
Yeah, what happened in that year that is like, okay, we're doing the Turtles now. We got to make some adjustments here.
Right.
What happened?
I don't know. But I will point out something else that I thought was really, really good besides the costumes. The soundtrack. And I don't mean the end of the movie. No.
You got a cat.
I don't mean the end of the movie with the rapping, and the MC Hammer, during the Foot Clan scene. No. The score, the actual score to the movie in certain scenes, like when Shredder first appears. You got that eerie vibe music, with the drums. Where it's like, okay, this guy's a big deal. He's a badass, so let's give him that creepy music. When the Turtles began fighting against the Foot, when the building started to burn, and that's when the battle got serious, so to speak.
Yeah.
Just those kind of songs within the movie set the tone.
To me, it was classic late 80s, early 90s theme music.
You don't
Dude, no, I could watch Beverly Hills Cop.
get it. Yeah.
Dude, it's the same music. It's the
No,
same
it's
music.
not.
Yes,
It's not.
it is. It
No, it's
was.
not.
It totally was.
I'll have to point this out to you. It's not. Anyway, a couple Easter eggs in the movies.
Okay.
Leonardo, the actor who played Leonardo.
First of all, Leonardo was so faggy in this movie, and I'm sorry to use that word. I know it's wrong of me to use it, but
It's
you watch.
politically incorrect.
It is politically incorrect, and I probably ruined whatever future politically. Well, actually, I probably ruined that a long time ago in these early episodes. But, man, he was a lot more hardcore in the early
They all were.
TMNT movie.
They all were.
I mean, cartoon than this. They were like, it's like he was like the cowardly lion cat, like a kitten with swords. Like I would not take this guy serious. Even if I live in this world where I know I have to fight giant Ninja Turtles, I would not take this guy serious. I'd be like, look.
If
I'm
you
pretty
were living in
sure-
that world, I'd be like, Jesus, why am I getting out of bed today?
If I were like the one fat foot soldier that's there for comic relief that was put on that world just for that, and I had to fight Leonardo, I'm like, look, I'm not gonna waste my good jokes on you.
He hit him with symbols.
Yeah, like, can I just fight, Donatello or something like that? Which, come on, shouldn't you think that Donatello, Ernie Davis wasn't the Donatello?
Ernie Reyes Jr.
Ernie Reyes Jr. Thank you very much. He should have been in the Leo outfit, and Leo should have been a lot more kind of like, I'm gonna lead this team to victory with my kung fu and puncture needle.
So Leonardo was in the movie. The actor who played in the Leonardo costume was in the movie. For those that don't know, he was the pizza delivery man who was late to deliver Mikey's pizza. Raphael was in the movie as well. When Raphael is chasing Casey Jones and he hurdles over the cab, the passenger in the cab that's going to LaGuardia is actually the guy in the Raphael suit.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of editing screw-ups in the movie for those that never realized it. When Don, Raph, and Mike are sitting there in the farmhouse playing whatever game they were playing, Risk or whatever game they were playing, and Leonardo busts in and ruins their game and says, Splinter's alive. The line that he says is, "I don't think, I know," and the camera pans back so you can see the group. If you pay attention, you can see the wires for the electronics coming out of Leo's shell as well as Raph's right down the leg. A scene where Leonardo and Raphael are fighting in April's apartment before Raph goes to the roof, and he's like, "So that's the plan from our great leader." As Raphael, right before Leo says, "I never said I was your leader." As Raphael's walking towards him, if you look in the background, the table that April has in the background, one of the, I don't know if the production guys, he's ducking behind the table. You see his red cap. You see his whole profile.
Was that shown in the?
Yes, it was. It was. I was pointing him out to Swole the whole time because you were like, "Shut up, watch the movie." And I'm like pointing, like, dude, look.
Well, you guys were total chatty Cathys in that movie.
We were enjoying the movie.
You guys
I was
talking
pointing
about
them
each
all
other's
out.
tampons.
No, man, I was pointing. No, my tampon was good. I was sitting there pointing out everything. Another screw up at the end when Shredder's charging Splinter with the spear right before he goes over the roof. As he's charging him, and the camera shot is from Shredder's perspective. If you look at the city backdrop, it's actually a drop. Literally, you could see it hanging over, and you could see the roof of the studios. It's like, like they screwed up. There's much more mistakes I won't get into. I'll let you guys find them. But all in all, this is my favorite comic movie. This is my favorite movie of all time. There's close seconds. There's times where I've watched something that just almost beat Turtles out. Hands down, though, Turtles is my favorite movie of all time, comic book or any other.
It will never be my favorite comic book movie ever.
It won't.
I feel like all those production errors were because all the money went into the suits.
I can see that.
That's how. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, literally, you can visually see that. Like.
What's your final take? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 1990, directed by Steve Barron.
It's what it's supposed to be, a fun movie. In no way can you take it serious. I'm not going to give it an Oscar anyway. That's what the foundation of the Ninja Turtles is. It's just supposed to be a take on everything based off of these caricatures.
Now, using our new Comics Remixed Chicago 4-star logo, how many stars would you give it?
I give it 2 stars.
2 out of 4?
Yeah.
Just because it's my favorite, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm giving it 4 out of 4.
You are.
I'm not.
I spoke.
No, I'm not. And I won't because, I would say that's playing favorites, but that's the point of this. But due to those mistakes and due to being 30 years old now and looking back, no matter how much I enjoy the movie, I will call a spade a spade. If there's a mistake in it, if there's a hokiness to it, if there's a cheesiness, I'll call it. I'm not giving it a 4. I give it a 3.
I knew it.
I was gonna say 3.5.
Dude,
you know what? Fuck you. 4 stars.
Yes.
4 stars.
Thank you. Let's keep it real here.
4 stars.
Keep it real here.
That's it. You can meet us halfway.
But no, you know what? You have every right to give it 4 stars because everything about the Turtles is supposed to be hokey.
Right.
So it's okay to really get into it. It's okay.
They took what was established popularity-wise from the TV show, the cartoon, and translated it with the slight tone of what it was originally was in the Mirage comics. So in that front, they succeeded.
Except for Leonardo, he really sucked. I was super disappointed.
He was kind of a crybaby in the original cartoon.
He was a bitch in this movie. He was straight up.
Yeah, all the cursing you do, they're gonna whisper that to me. Movies Remixed. We hope you enjoyed this segment. Much more to come down the road. I give it 4 stars. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990, directed by Steve Barron. David gives it 2.
A liberal 2.
Next up, take it away, John. Paparella's Point.
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna cut straight to the point. No bullcrap anywhere. Bioshock Infinite just came out, getting good reviews all across the board. Here's my point. Paparella's point. Graphics, stunning, beautiful. It's built like the heavens. That's the point of the game, obviously. It's not like the past 2 Bioshocks. It's not underwater in dark caverns anywhere. Just bright, fresh air everywhere, It's more beautiful than a fat Puerto Rican dressed as Tigger selling comic books on Halloween. No real gameplay has been changed. This is exactly like the first 2. So if you know the game and you don't want anything to be changed, you're going to be happy with the controls on this. You're not going to be pissed. There's so many more upgrades in this game. They exploded on this. It's kind of like Skyrim with upgrades. Everything can be upgraded and customized. It's like you're in Willy Wonka's candy store. You don't know what you want to do first. Oh yeah, spoiler alert. By law, I have to wait 5 seconds. It's a thing. The ending will confuse you. It will mess with your mind, but that's the point. They want you to go back and play the game so you can understand it better. It's kind of like Fight Club. You don't understand the whole concept of the story. They want you to play it again, build up the replay value, and it's working. I know 5 people that have already beaten the game, and the game is supposed to take 2 hours. I don't know, but it's working. Great concept. Even if you haven't bought the first 2, buy this one. It is not like the first 2. Completely new character, completely new story. It's all over good. Buy it anyway. On the Comics Remix scale, I'll give this 4 out of 4 stars. This is Jonathan Paparella, and I just made my point. Back to you guys.
Thanks, John. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for watching Season 2, Episode 1. We hope you enjoyed the new look and as well as the new format. C2E2 coming up in 2 days. We hope to see you guys there. In the meantime, you can always catch us on comicsremix.com. You can watch us on YouTube. You can contact us via comicsremix@gmail.com. You can get us at Facebook. You can get us at Twitter.
Face tweet.
What he said. So we're
all of it. We're on all of it.
We're on all of it. We're accessible. Don't forget to check out the Spinner Rack at thespinnerrack.podbean.com. Also on iTunes. So, I mean, we're making big moves. It's going to be a great season. We hope you guys stick around with us. Got a lot in store.
I make subtle moves.
He does make subtle moves. Sometimes not so subtle. But, you know, whatever. So we will see you guys next episode. Give us about 2 weeks or so because we got to cover C2E2, man. We got to bring you the footage.
All right.
So we will see you guys in C2E2.
Thanks for watching. Have
Later.
a good night.